Her story is one of power, ambition, and ultimate tragedy. A tale of a queen who defied an empire, a woman who charmed the most powerful men in the world, and a ruler who fought to save her kingdom from the clutches of Rome. This is the real story of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. But why does her legend still captivate us 2,000 years later? Because her life wasn't just about seduction and scandal. It was a masterclass in political strategy, cultural diplomacy, and sheer resilience in a world dominated by men. She wasn't just a queen, she was a force of history. To understand Cleopatra, we must first understand the world she was born into. The year is 69 BC. Egypt, once a mighty empire, is now a shadow of its former self, a wealthy but vulnerable client state of the rising power of Rome. The Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek family that had ruled Egypt for nearly 250 years, was riddled with internal conflict and corruption. Into this volatile world, Cleopatra VII was born. Unlike many of her predecessors, she embraced Egyptian culture. She was the first Ptolemaic ruler to learn the Egyptian language, a brilliant move that endeared her to her people and solidified her claim as a true pharaoh, not just a foreign queen. Her early life was a constant struggle for survival. At just 18, she ascended to the throne, forced to share power with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII. But the court in Alexandria was a nest of vipers. Powerful eunuchs and advisors plotted against her, seeing her intelligence and ambition as a threat. They soon drove her from the city, forcing her into exile. It seemed her reign was over before it had truly begun. But Cleopatra was no ordinary royal. She was a strategist. She knew she needed an ally, a powerful one, to reclaim her throne. And that ally would soon arrive on the shores of Egypt. Enter Gaius, Julius Caesar. In 48 BC, the most powerful man in Rome arrived in Alexandria, pursuing his rival, Pompey. Cleopatra saw her chance. According to legend, she had herself smuggled past her brother's guards, rolled up in a carpet, and delivered directly to Caesar's feet. Whether the carpet story is true or not, the meeting was a turning point. Caesar, captivated by her intellect, political savvy, and undeniable charm, became her champion. With the might of his Roman legions, he defeated her brother's forces in the Battle of the Nile. Cleopatra was restored to her throne, now firmly allied with Rome. Their alliance was both political and personal. She gave birth to their son, Caesarion, whom she declared the rightful heir to both Caesar and the pharaohs of Egypt. She even traveled to Rome, living in one of Caesar's villas, a move that scandalized the Roman elite. They saw her as an exotic, dangerous foreign influence. To them, she was the serpent of the Nile. But her time in the heart of the empire was cut short. On the Ides of March 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated, plunging the Roman world into chaos and leaving Cleopatra once again in a precarious position. Her powerful protector was gone. With Rome engulfed in another civil war, Cleopatra returned to Egypt to secure her kingdom and protect her son. The power vacuum left by Caesar was eventually filled by two men, his adopted son, Tavian, and his most loyal general, Mark Antony. It was Antony who would become the next and final great love of Cleopatra's life. He summoned her to Tarsus to answer for her loyalties. In a masterful display of theatrical power, she arrived not as a subordinate, but as a goddess. She sailed up the Kidnus River in a magnificent barge, dressed as Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Antony was instantly enthralled. Their partnership was one of equals. They were a power couple who ruled the Eastern Mediterranean from Alexandria. They had 3 children together and dreamed of a new Hellenistic empire. Antony, besotted, granted Cleopatra and their children vast territories in the east, in an event known as the Donations of Alexandria. This was a direct challenge to his rival in Rome. To Octavian, this wasn't a political alliance, it was a betrayal. He launched a vicious propaganda campaign, painting Antony as a man bewitched by a foreign sorceress, a queen who sought to rule Rome itself. He convinced the Roman Senate that Cleopatra was the true enemy. The final confrontation was inevitable. The clash of empires came in 31 BC at the naval battle of Actium. The fleets of Antony and Cleopatra faced the disciplined navy of Octavian. The battle was a disaster. For reasons still debated by historians, Cleopatra's squadron fled mid-battle, and Antony, abandoning his men, followed her. Their forces were utterly defeated. They retreated to Alexandria, their dream of an empire shattered, awaiting the arrival of Octavian's legions. The end was pure tragedy. Hearing a false report of Cleopatra's death, a distraught Mark Antony fell on his own sword. He was brought to Cleopatra's mausoleum, dying in her arms. With her kingdom lost and her love dead, Cleopatra knew her fate. She would not be paraded through the streets of Rome in chains as a trophy for Octavian's triumph. After a final meeting with the cold and calculating victor, she made her choice. According to the Roman accounts, she had a poisonous asp, a symbol of divine royalty in Egypt, smuggled to her in a basket of figs. On August 12, 30 BC, at the age of 39, Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, took her own life. With her death, 3,000 years of pharaonic rule came to an end, and Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. So, what is the truth behind the legend? Was she the seductive temptress of Roman propaganda? Or a brilliant political leader who used every tool at her disposal, including her intellect and sexuality, to protect her country? The reality is far more complex. She was a highly educated ruler who spoke multiple languages, a cunning diplomat, and a capable naval commander. The myths created by her enemies were designed to delegitimize her, but they inadvertently created an icon that has fascinated the world for centuries. Her legacy is not just one of romance and ruin. It is the story of a formidable queen who dared to challenge the greatest empire of the ancient world. She may have lost her kingdom, but she won immortality. Her story reminds us that history is often written by the victors. For centuries, our image of Cleopatra was shaped by her enemies. But by looking closer, we find a woman of incredible substance, a ruler whose intelligence and ambition were the true sources of her power. Her fight for survival and sovereignty continues to resonate today. What do you think is Cleopatra's most defining characteristic? Her intelligence, her ambition, or her charm? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Thanks for watching.